Look, for $9.99, it's a bargain. And you don't like this show, and maybe you also happen to be someone that likes new kind of rap stuff, rock star things, then we don't care and whatever.
Yeah, it's podcast time.
Yes, folks, it is podcast time again.
Yeah.
With your favorite duo partners in crime, the Kaiser himself. I'm Kaiser. If you didn't know by now, because you're not listening. Whatever.
If you don't know, now you know.
And, who are you?
I thought you were going to introduce me.
All right, yeah. And Boosh.
Yeah.
The Boosh Man staff.
So hot, he makes alarms goes off.
It's crazy. So, this is a back-to-back one, and we're still in the rap universe. If you don't know, the show covers a lot of topics, hip-hop being one of them. And what are we doing today?
444. Jay-Z new album. Or to quote the promo, this is his 13th studio album.
Go. 13.
So yeah, to many, the GOAT of hip hop, To many.
And rightfully so, and if it's measured on a bunch of different things.
Yeah.
But he's got a new album. I think we spoke about this a little bit. So a few days ago, you asked me what I thought, or what you were curious about how it was going to be received, being that, maybe in the world of hip hop, although Jay-Z is a legendary icon, that maybe he's irrelevant today, and that no one would really care about a Jay-Z album. Also, what would it sound like? And, would he still have it? So, I think we're gonna find out.
Yeah.
Were you doubting? Do you have doubts?
I was excited.
Okay.
I think David was doubting. I don't know why. He has some fucking inner hate or something. It was like less doubting and more like, oh man, come on, man, give it up. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
And then reading reactions from today, I feel like everybody was like paying homage, like this man came correct. And then the other half was like, oh man, this man did what Beyonce did, and he just addressing his life on, the album. So I feel like it's been well received so far.
Yeah, all right. Are you surprised?
Yeah. I wonder, like, if he didn't mention Beyonce stuff, if they still would have cared, Because I'm always suspect of these people.
Just a little bit of hate. Yeah, no, that's, for those that don't know, Boosh drinks maybe 60 ounces of Haterade a day.
Oh, man. I gotta get that out of my diet, man. That way I can be,
Yeah, so that was a little bit of hate doubt losing out.
Yeah, so it's like, it's more me doubting the people than I doubt Jay-Z,
Okay. All right. I honestly didn't even kind of coming from left field to me, but we talked about, album was coming, but I don't know what to expect, but I know Hov's a master, so I don't expect it to be trash. It's more so I just don't know what it's going to sound like or what he'd be talking about. You know what I mean? So that's what was more intriguing to me. But anyway, let's get into it.
All
Track
right.
one.
First song is this title, Kill Jay-Z.
He gets right to it, huh?
Yep.
So,
all right, let's go. So it's look like he's letting the beat rock there. But that song in the beginning is almost alluding to what we were just talking about. Like,
What do you mean?
oh, like at least to me, that's how I took some of it in the beginning. Um, you know, with the will he still be relevant or like and stuff like that, you know? And then the Kanye part happens, and then the Beyonce part happens right after, you know?
Yeah, he's definitely still relevant in the public eye if something happens.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that's a dope track, just like addressing something that happened, just his perspective on it and sharing it with people, and obviously for Kanye to hear it too. And it's lyrically dope too. It's Jay-Z stuff. And he's got so many different ways he can flip it and stuff. It's just like you never know what he's gonna give you. But no, that was a dope track. I do like that if everyone's crazy, then you're insane line a lot. That's a dope little sleeper line right there.
I heard like half this album last night. Maybe I wasn't in my right mind. I don't know. I think I was paying attention though. But I feel like right there, this song, and maybe it just came to me right now. Maybe it's on some reasonable doubt shit where it's like fuck the rules, you know. But you can kind of get what I mean right there by that song. It's just like, look, this beat plays, I'm a rap. Here's what happened. That's it. Ain't no chorus. Ain't no nothing, you know. Like,
it's just Jay-Z just swagulating all over a beat.
Yeah. And I felt like I was getting that a lot from this album. So.
But all right.
Here's track 2.
What's this one called?
Story of OJ.
Okay.
Yeah, so see, before we even talk about what he actually talk about, you can see like he's in a point. Even though this song is like about to be 4 minutes, it's like it's a quality over quantity.
There's not much stuff in it. It's like and I haven't heard a song like that from him before, but this is definitely just I'm doing some Jay-Z shit on this. And I don't know what artsy means, but you know, like I guess that's how I would describe it. It's a real unorthodox, more kind of artsy scene, but it's super hard though. The stuff that is in there is super hard. The artwork thing is super crazy. And having $1 million painting as an asset, something that's rare, a Picasso that you can transport because it's not cash, without necessarily needing paperwork or anything crazy with it, and passing it down. And the reason why people do buy things like statues and artworks and have a certain kitchen marble from whatever mountain, like they're assets, and like that was super crazy when he ties it in, because I didn't know what came before the 999 line.
Yeah.
But those were facts.
I didn't know
that was a crazy jewel. I didn't know what the jewels were that he was referring to, but that was a super crazy jewel, a legitimate jewel for investment diversification.
Yeah,
from Jay-Z for you, in case you didn't know. I don't know any fine art or anything, but that's a real thing, and that is why.
I didn't know that's why people buy art.
People get collectibles and certain things like that. It's a diversification of assets, and they're, you know.
So is that it? When we rich, we don't just buy art.
You can't have everything in cash,
yeah,
or your house or anything. So you can put $1 million in a rare, one-of-a-kind painting that will probably, you know, be timeless and always have some crazy value to it, if not go up and more in value. So yeah, some of that stuff isn't just to be, I have a bougie $1 million painting on my wall type.
You think that's a slight Migos diss or nah? He just mentioning it.
What do you mean?
Oh, when he mentions when he.
No, I just think I just took that literally. Maybe he is. I don't know. You never know with fucking Hov, but you know, maybe there is another layer knowing him. But I just kind of took it as at face value for what he was saying. But why would he be dissing them?
I don't know. Maybe it's not like a diss, but it's just like commenting on the fact of like the commercial life. You know, the commercial.
Maybe.
Like Rich money,
Maybe.
cars, all that shit, you know?
The money to your ear. We don't call that money over here. Yeah, sure. I'll buy that. That's like plausible.
All right.
That was a weird track though. It's definitely not something to bump.
That's what I was saying.
I mean, it isn't. Yeah, no, yeah, it's not. But
album has a lot of that.
um, that's some shit that you could let rock though. Like, not like lounge music, like because it's not. But like, it's almost like a super long, dope interlude, almost or something like that. You know what I mean? Like a super extended interlude with just hot stuff in it. You know what I'm saying? Because he doesn't really spit that much in it. It kind of repeats the thing a few times. And it's kind
Yeah,
of
it almost has a chorus, but I feel like it just comes when it comes. You know? Like,
yeah, it's just some shit to just like rock in the background and vibe out to. It's dope, but I don't even know if I could call that a track or I don't know. It's different.
The next
There are
track.
facts on it. There are facts and bars on it. So
That's right. Maybe this is the evolution of old man rap. You know?
they do that. Look, I don't even got to do full verses compared to what these people are doing today. You get 2 sentences from me, and
No, but I mean, like, maybe this is defining like how these people, because it's always, what's hip hop gonna look like when people are old, and maybe this is a start of it. You know?
maybe, yeah. What do you got? What's number 3?
Smile, Gloria. It's called Smile. It features Gloria Carter, his mom.
That was a crazy track.
Yeah, there was a lot of info in that one.
At first, I was kind of like, but then when he spit that, I don't know, like the second whatever,
Third verse, the long verse.
Yeah, that was prime Hove. He still has it.
Yeah.
Do not reckon with the beast. Yeah, and he dropped a lot of jewels in there. Brought up a whole lot of things, and lyrically, technically, it was super sound. I probably need to listen to that verse. I probably would have to listen to that song a few times. I wouldn't be surprised if I missed a bunch of stuff in the wordplay that he was doing. But yeah, solid. I don't know.
Yeah, I have the lyrics open now because I was like in the middle of that song. I was like, "It's too much going on here. I need
Yeah, I have to listen to that a few times when Hove is serious and really getting into something. That was a dope track. What was that called?
This is called Smile.
Okay.
I was trying to confirm Gloria Carter if that was his mom, and it is. But I guess this song is drawing more attention to it because they reveal that Jay-Z's mom was a lesbian in hiding, you know? Not in hiding, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So
all right.
That
was crazy.
It looks like they have these things linked here too, so that's cool. I can read the breakdowns by Jay-Z himself. So I'll read it for the first 2, but I'll read Smile since I'm here already. Smile is just what it is. There are going to be bad times, and those bad times can do 2 things. They can get you in a place where you're stuck in a rut, or it can make your future that much better because you've experienced these things.
Facts. Very well.
All right, Story of OJ. Story of OJ is really a song about we as a culture having a plan, how we're going to push this forward. We all make money and then we all lose money, as artists especially, but how, when you have some type of success, to transform that into something bigger. And then...
You were talking about that earlier?
Yeah, and then Kill Jay-Z. The first song is called Kill Jay-Z. And obviously it's not to be taken literal. I guess he doesn't want to die. It's really about the ego. It's about killing off
for the idiots out there.
Yeah. I love that you said that.
On the highway. Anyway, continue.
It's not to be taken literal. It's really about the ego. It's about killing off the ego so we can have this conversation in a place of vulnerability and honesty.
I'm digging it. I like it.
And even No ID has some stuff here too. Like the guy who made probably most, if not all, the beats on this record.
We'll just say what Hov says.
Okay,
You know?
he don't get to. All right.
No.
Yeah. This isn't as impressive as what Jay-Z said. All right.
What's number 4? What's next?
This one is "Caught in the Eyes" featuring Frank Ocean.
What do you think of that?
That second verse is very like real for music, you know. Probably for more big timers than me. You know, like he starts off with the Prince thing, which is a commentary on
which
that.
was crazy.
But then, yeah, you know, like of musicians owning their own art versus, you know, you've seen a lot of battles with people trying to own their masters, or just how the record industry becomes slaves and or makes artists. I don't want to say it makes them their slaves, but you know, like it's just this extra linchpin, you know, like in there.
Yeah, and he's just giving you the game. What do you think about it musically, like the sound?
I definitely like some of the other ones better. like if we just talk about music.
Yeah, no,
I
I mean,
like all
like
3 tracks better.
Look, Jay-Z's obviously. I think after just hearing that, I don't expect
any song for him to be whack on this one.
Yeah, he's obviously just still got it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's on some like serious. You know, he's talking about stuff like I don't know. So, but musically,
he ain't
I don't
getting
know
dirt
if
off
I'm
his shoulder
super,
on this one. He's going.
as far as the sound, and I'd have to maybe listen to it more so far.
Yeah.
I like what Jay-Z's doing.
Yeah.
And the beats are alright, but I don't know if they're necessarily up my alley.
Yeah. No, they not yeah. They definitely have some. Maybe not this song in particular, but they're all made by pretty much No ID, and that's why I said when I read that I was like, oh okay, this is definitely gonna be when I say different, I mean different from what's going on today. Like I knew we weren't gonna get 808s and stuff.
Yeah, it has a different sound, so I feel like I might have to like listen to it more. But I always appreciate different, and just the fact that he did something like that's just different. You know what I mean? It has a different sound. I think that's dope in and of itself, even if I don't particularly. That's not my sound that I usually vibe to, but Jay-Z is definitely killing it on the tracks.
Yeah.
Just want your thoughts on that. What do we got for number 5? You're going to read his commentary.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Before I read Jay's commentary, there's actual commentary from Londo McMillan, the guy he mentioned, Prince. He said, "Yes, I heard the track. Not focusing on a diss track now. Focused on not letting WBR control masters. I do like the beat." There's your answer about you were asking about music. Hashtag emancipation too. I don't know if that's a Prince thing or something, but that's funny. I didn't expect to see that here.
Very well.
All right, Jay-Z actual thoughts. "Caught the Eye" is a song that's dealing with just being aware of your surroundings. There's a line in it, and it says your body language is all remedial. Is that how you say it? Remedial,
yeah.
How could you see the difference between you and I, just being so sharp about your surroundings? What's that word mean? I gotta look it up. Giving or intended as a remedy or a cure.
Remedial, it's something that you do to fix something. So if your gun jams, we call in general things remedial action. What the remedial action is could be different depending on the malfunction, but as a whole, the reaction or response to a malfunction, at least in weapons handling, is called remedial action. Or if you have to go to a remedial class or something like that in school, is you have to, you need a little bit more schooling. Your grades ain't doing too good, so you do a remedial course or something like that.
Gotcha. Fixing shit.
So what was the line again? What was the...
Wait, oh, you mean what he said?
Yeah.
he said there's a line in it, and it says your body language is all remedial. How could you see the difference between you and I? Maybe I need to read more surrounding it.
No, I got it. I just didn't catch it the first time. Kind of crazy. Jay-Z with the profound knowledge.
All right, so the next song is 444. I wonder if all people are gonna start doing this, like just commentary for their tracks. That's cool. But 444, or 4 minutes and 44 seconds, and the track is 4 minutes and 44 seconds. So here we go.
All right, I really like that track. I think that track's super dope. Maybe more just because of what he's talking about.
Yeah.
I kind of like the beat too. I like the, I don't know, the sample there or whatever. But so at this point in the album, this is, and we kind of already knew this. Like you were saying, it sounded like a diary, and he's just really expressing himself. This track's cool because it's almost some like atonement. He's apologizing for things that, dealing with women and some other things that he did coming up, and I think that's real. I think that's dope to hear someone like him acknowledge that and say like, hey, some of the things that I did do, they weren't right, especially being as big and influential as a figure as he is. But just to hear it, just to have an artist share it with you, and it's lyrically sound, it's, gotta appreciate it. That's what we're asking for, right?
Yeah.
Ultimately, like at the end of the day, at least from the rapper's perspective, whether you like the beat or not, or the way it sounds, whatever. But I don't know. He's given us his soul here. It sounds like, unless it's a conspiracy facade, like Kendrick Lamar or whatever. But I really like that. Might be my favorite track so far, or the second favorite one. I don't know. That one's dope though. What do you think?
I think if anyone hears this, and they hear the Kendrick Lamar conspiracy, they're gonna be like, "What?" And that's just.
Yeah, we'll leave that for. Yeah,
no, we're not even gonna explain it.
We're not going into the Kendrick Lamar conspiracy. Sorry, folks.
Look, I love Kendrick Lamar.
Stay tuned.
He's my favorite rapper.
Maybe we'll go over whatever that.
Phil respects him. It's just an idea put out by not even us. It's by one of my friends. It's some crazy. But yeah, no. Obviously, the bars is there. The truth is there. It's real. This goes back to me the first two songs. This song in that it's so what are you doing? Stop. Dog's acting crazy. But what was I saying before she threw me out?
It goes back to the first two songs.
Yeah, there's a lot of damn space in here. There's a lot like
of just no, there is
and I guess because the sample is also saying what he's trying to say, but yeah, there's a lot of space.
You know what? While that's unorthodox and like maybe naturally we're looking for that space to be filled with something, so it's kind of it kind of throws you off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Not maybe necessarily that you like it or not like it, but it's not necessarily what you're expecting. Normally I look for space to be filled with verses, but maybe as a whole, this might be like an album you need to take a step back from.
Oh yeah, of course.
And look at it as look at the project as a whole, and maybe it does work. Because
it does work. The only reason saying shit like that, I mean, is one, pop music, because I mean, his name is in that aura right now, or I don't know if that word was right, but anyway, his name is in there, and then two, the limitations of hip hop, or the idea of such a thing. Because if you just think of it as music, if this were just normal music, this were me talking about one of my other favorite artists, Steven Wilson, be like, yeah, that's fine. He's just being artsy. That's cool. Like it'd be more normal. It's weirder in this hip hop context and what we're used to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's what I was kind of saying. But what I mean is like, in a weird way, it kind of works because the duality of the hip hop track. You need the rapper and you need the beat. So in a sense, like if you're feeling the beat, like I'm all right with the beat kind of rocking and there not really being anything, and then you come on. It doesn't have to be the verse, chorus, or machine gun, reload, machine gun. So
I mean, essentially, he is doing verse chorus. There's just a lot of space.
because you know where that's, do you know where that happens too?
Where?
In Dead Ringer and RJD2, there's a lot of space in some of the songs that have.
But he's a
verses.
producer.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
This isn't about. I'm just talking about me liking that.
Yeah, for sure.
Style, and I like those RJD2 tracks that are like that have a lot of space, and then there's stuff in there. But yeah, obviously he's a producer, so that's more of a showcase for him as the beat. But I'm saying for me as a listen and consuming it, I like how some of those tracks sound. So I don't see like any. Not that you were saying there was a problem with it. I don't see any problem with it.
Yeah.
I think maybe that's good. But it can throw you off though, for sure, because you kind of expect to hear more stuff. Whereas with RJD2, maybe you don't, knowing that he's a producer and that the focus is going to be more beats, it doesn't come off as unorthodox for RJD2, but they're essentially the same thing, and as far as I'm concerned. If that makes any sense.
No, it does.
Next track, we're gonna move on.
No, I'm gonna read.
The commentary. That's right. I'm not used to commenting.
From third commentary from the artist himself.
Like right then and there. Like,
yeah. You're wrong, Phil. Jay-Z is a song about blah blah blah.
Yeah, word. Hashtag facts.
Yeah.
Real facts.
4 minutes 44 seconds is a song that I wrote, and it's the crux of the album, just right in the middle of the album. And I woke up literally at 4:44 in the morning, 4:44 a.m. to write this song, so it became the title of the album and everything. It's the title track because it's such a powerful song, and I just believe it's one of the best songs I've ever written.
Okay. Yeah, I dig that. I don't know. This song is real crazy.
Yeah, no. Stuff like this and that, and like, I don't know, I'd be looking at myself and, the world and everything, and like we always talk about what makes people successful, and it's just like different mindsets, and stuff like what he's saying there at the end of like why this song might be one of the best songs he's ever written is that sort of mindset to me,
And we kind of spoke about this before we go on to the next one about, I think part of the reason, at least for me, that we like rap or any music in general is because there's something that resonates with you or something that relates to you. And these things are coming from people, and obviously people change and grow as they should. So I think, Jay-Z's obviously evolved, and you can see the growth in himself personally if you follow his catalog and listen to what he's saying. But I think that's super dope, that like the song and just where he's at and his perspective and how he's sharing it. Yeah, I mean, what else can you ask for an artist to give you? You know what I'm saying? So I think that's dope. I'm glad it's not Hove stunting in a Beamer, and you know what I'm saying? Like, because I've already heard that, and I'm glad that he doesn't maybe want to say that either. You know what I'm saying? Just as a fan, just as him just being another person. Like, I'm glad he's in a different place and he can share that with us. So definitely don't need more bricks in a trunk or anything. But that's okay. I'm nothing against any of that stuff.
I think he quit that a while ago.
No, I know. No, he definitely did. But even listening to this is change from the Black Album and American Gangster and the way it sounds and what he's saying. He still talks about real stuff there and there, but I don't know. I think it's dope. I think it's this Hove and the stuff that he's saying. I really like this. This is dope.
All right. I'm still not ready to leave this song. I'm going to read No ID's commentary on the track.
Okay.
Producer, because he wrote some stuff. It's not simple like the first one. That's why I skipped it. So Guru is also working on this too. I believe Guru is like one of the G's of mixing and engineering in hip hop. You know, one of the masters. So with the song 4/4, Guru had told me Jay had the idea of writing a song like that. So I went and made a piece of music that would box him into telling that story. I remember him just looking at me sighing, "Okay, I'm going home." True story. At 4:44, he wakes up in the morning and writes that song. He hits me a little bit after. It's literally the way a producer and an artist should work, nudging and pushing, creating boundaries and allowing him to be the center. That whole piece of music was created with me knowing I'm going to make you say it on this song, and this song will be the only song you need to say it on, so it wouldn't turn into a full Lemonade response album. I boxed all of those parts in and said, "Here, what are you going to do with this?" He recorded it at his house with nobody around on Beyonce's mic. I'll let him tell the rest of that story. But I remember Guru brings it back and he does this little thing, walks in the room and doesn't say anything. He stops everything, presses play and walks out the room. I go, "Let me go find my wife and give her a hug." Walk down the street and hold hands. It's a lot. So, yeah.
It's a dope song. Like,
Yeah.
It's a crazy song, like what he's talking about. And I think that's why I like it so much. And why I was like, I think maybe so far this might be my favorite. One is because it's something that's mad relatable and it's something that's mad real. And technically it's fucking bars. So I'm fucking happy. So this is all I'm asking for.
Fine. I think that's the first thing of all night. Yo, that's the
That's the tagline?
Yeah, and I blew it because you just made me laugh. So it's like I'm like all over you. You don't even get to hear it, but like, technically it's fucking bars.
It's technically sound. It's what you want. I don't know.
Oh man,
that song's real dope. Being a married person and you don't have to be married to resonate with that song either. It's a really cool song.
See, I feel that song and I respect that song, but like since we're just like in different places in life and going towards different things, like for me probably like I wouldn't be surprised if like Story of OJ is my thing, you know? Because
I have a different appreciation and perspective on that than you do. So yeah, definitely.
Because you have
OJ
those
thing,
things.
You resonate with that more, you know.
Because you have the family thing, and me, I'm like, all right, I'm trying to get settled in.
You're the artist, trying to be independent. So those
like there's both of those songs. Yeah, the track 4 and 2. You know, like
for sure. And see, we're gonna go into rabbit holes. And
no, that's good though. That's good.
I can't. This is why I don't.
Unless you're gonna go into Kendrick Lamar
and the new stuff. No,
it's conspiracy. I mean,
no. I don't even know what that is.
We'll get Leon here one day, and he'll tell like literally. Leon said he's free on weekends, so I'll try to see if I get him tomorrow. Explain that to us.
I don't know if you explained it messed up or
I probably did. Because it was stupid to me. It was stupid to me.
You and Leon are just being deep trolls right now. And for those that want to know, should we?
No.
I'm not even gonna.
We ain't gonna ruin
I was about to explain what I think it is. Let's go to the next song.
Oh no, you were gonna say some shit about future rabbit holes or something.
This is why I don't appreciate them. One, because the bars are trash, and there's nothing that I can resonate with.
Man, just take your mask off and you'll understand.
What does that mean? Take my mask off?
I think when you read these lyrics, I mean, maybe it's.
Yo, what is real about that? Unless you're.
I think if you just isolate,
you're legitimately a robber. And actually.
Well, I think he talks about that and stuff. But I think if you isolate that line, I think the line's implied to like, fuck it, I'm gonna be myself. But yeah, I mean, the rest of the song is,
on the surface though, it's like, I got my mask on. I'm I'm about the shits. You know what I'm saying? That's how I take it. Well, call me out as a Marine. I'm about the shits too. Fucking, whatever. But I still don't. It's stupid.
All right, we'll do the next one. Next one's called
please. Jesus
Family
Christ.
Feud. Shout out to whoever hosted that. I don't know. But yeah.
Steve Harvey.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's today. I meant the OG, but yeah, you're right. He's one of the guys.
Didn't Louis Anderson host the old Family Feud?
Yeah, but I'm talking about the OG one, the first one. Not even Louis Anderson. I'm like before Steve. Damn, Steve, I feel like Steve hosts a lot of things right now, man. Steve's one of them guys,
Yeah. All right.
But yeah.
Anyway, I don't think Steve Harvey or Louis Anderson are on this next track.
They're not.
Starting to sound like the Prodigy tribute. I mean, I'm starting to run out of things to at least. I think he's as far as him goes.
Yeah.
The further we keep going, the assumption gets validated more. He's still got it. Like, these verses are just ridiculous J verses. Like, undoubtedly, I don't. There's all sorts of little things. Like, I have to listen to this stuff again because I can't even keep up with all
everything
the
going on
he's doing with the English language. So, but this track, I think sonically, this might be the one that's like most palatable to me.
Yeah,
and I think it sounds more of a Jay-Z I'm familiar with in terms of the sound. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I definitely like this track.
That track was all right. I was trying to read it to try to catch some of the stuff while I'm hearing it.
There's a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
With wordplay and yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. I was catching like things here and there, but knowing him, it may be even more layered than that. Or like I really probably have to listen to it.
He reminds me of Nori when Nori talks about the union, because Jay-Z says Family Feud is about separation within the culture. Like new rappers fighting with old rappers saying all these things. So the line is nobody wins when the family feuds. So it just reminds me.
I mean, earlier. Oh, go ahead. My fault.
Nah, just like Nori's always talking about the union and like, he does it from the opposite perspective of like, don't forget about the old people, like, but yeah, like we all in it together. He's always saying like the union to like, because it's all one family. You know what I mean?
So, two things. Now we're going off topic. One thing on that, the unity. Like, the people always have the power. Always. It's just up to them to use it. Whether that's people of Earth, people of America, Black people, white people, whatever. If people want to change, and hopefully it's a good one, it just comes down to everyone being on the same page about it. So sure, could a lot of things in hip hop be different, more favorable for the artists in terms of business and stuff? And we talked about this in general, just in any genre. It doesn't even have to be hip hop. It does take unity to make that happen, but that's obviously easier said than done. As far as the Nori thing, the analogy of like, when the old dudes are on the basketball court, but eventually there's just like, all right, let these dudes play. It's their time. You know what I mean? The younger kids waiting to play on the court. Not that they were waiting, but I suppose they were. But whatever.
Well, his thing is not that the young people shouldn't play. It's just like, don't forget about us too. Like, because all the other genres still celebrate the old legends, and it seems to be less of that in hip hop.
Yeah.
That's why he has
that's suspect though. Like, if you're really about this, then wouldn't you already just pay attention to like the history of what you're doing? Like, anything that you care about, you research and understand it, right? Like, about microphones and things because you care about that. And you do that, and you probably read about them and know about it. So if you really cared about rap, you like, how wouldn't you know who Biggie is, or you know what I'm saying? Like, know some of that stuff. I don't know. That's just odd to me, but I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, and you see that a lot. You see that a lot with some of the new guys and some of the quotables. Me, I think microphones is less an example, though I know how to work with what I work with. And more like for basketball when it was kind of when I was in my ball is life phase. Yeah, I knew everything. 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, you know, I
Yeah,
wasn't even alive for them eras, for some of those eras, you know? That's why I can still do a show with David and Danny about basketball, even though I don't even watch the NBA now, because it's like, I know, you know?
But there's something to paying homage and respect to the things that came before you, or the things, especially in terms of, you know, rap, the people that laid the path for you, because to a certain degree, we all live off the strength of something that somebody did before us.
Yeah.
So like, you don't even get to literally exist if two people don't make that decision. So like, everything is, you know what I mean, that exists that you come into. So I don't know. I felt like if you cared about the culture and the genre, that's just something that you would do automatically. So the fact that some dudes don't do it or don't care is just kind of weird. It's kind of suspect.
Mm.
And their bars are garbage. So it's just like, you didn't even get to.
There we go.
You didn't even get to.
There we go.
You got some nerve. You got some nerve. No respect and garbage bars.
Damn. Double insult.
Be a goddamn shame to yourself. Fucking shame. Let's go to the next song. Getting fired up. Let's go to the next song.
All right.
Jay-Z's getting me upset.
All right,
so I don't listen to real rap anymore.
All right. Next song is Bam, featuring Damian Marley.
Huh. All right.
That was Bam.
That was dope. I felt like the more I hear the album, the more I like it.
I feel like that's probably my favorite track, easy.
I like that. So I like the
obviously
the Jamaican influence.
See,
super dope. And I feel like that's another song. It's funny that he said, I wonder what he meant when he says the album crux that 444. Because I feel like this is still like more Jay-Z I'm familiar with.
Oh well,
maybe
because that's important for the pop culture story of Lemonade and all that, and like even like I think I saw like in a comment somewhere, if you hear Lemonade and then hear this song as album right after, and it's like amazing, you know, like so maybe for the purposes of the story that everyone's gonna care about. Maybe that's why, you know, and maybe for his life. I mean, shit, that's right. That's what's important to him right now, right? His family, his wife, you know. So that's also why. When I say this song might be like my favorite,
or they're just geniuses too. What if this is a fucking conspiracy?
All right, so it's now that is something people keep liking to say, and I think it's a lot of people who talk. You know, maybe people.
Nah, I don't know.
Not you. No, but people were like, yeah, man, like these guys are raking in all this cash, just literally settling their private life on record, you know?
They were, but here's the reality of that. They were already making millions of dollars in cash, putting their personal lives into some degree, or at least expressing themselves in public, you know?
Yeah.
This entire time. Jay-Z's been telling us what's been going on his whole life since Rita was out, so that's not really a new thing. So moot motherfuckers, because people just be all right. That track was dope. Let me stop. We're
like I think for like I think for subject matter, like I still probably will appreciate track 2 more, just cause like that's where I want to go. But like yeah, we just like hearing things like Jay-Z's obviously coming hard on here. Letting the world know, like, dude, you know, really? You know,
Yeah. What's the commentary on this? Because he was
I know. I'll
talking
get
about
to it. I'll get to it. But then I
interesting
think with me,
things.
like, just musically, you know, like, I mean, I never got criticized or nothing. But you see a lot of people in the hip hop people, and they aren't black, and it's like sometimes you're like, oh, it's like people, look at this person trying to be black or being like a fake black person. And I think with me, you saw me in high school always hearing Jamaican music, and then all the UK music I end up getting into ends up being Jamaican. I'm like, I'm
Well,
a fake Jamaican,
yo,
like
well,
musically, like musically, I'm a
here's a
fake
different
Jamaican.
line on that. Yo,
Yeah,
you're Puerto Rican, so
yeah,
you're from the islands, and still that the whole influence of all that, and the UK is a part of that, obviously because
yeah.
of the slave trade, and that's where all those relationships come into play. But yeah, no, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Even if you
No, I
grew up
know
in the
there's no.
islands,
I'm
there's
just
nothing
saying
wrong with
this
liking
song just
Jamaican
has
music.
the musically those elements already.
Yeah.
You doing
But
some shit with your
so does
mic real
island
quick. You need
Spanish.
to
So
stop
does
doing
island
some shit
Spanish
with your
music.
mic. Stop doing whatever it is.
So does island Spanish shit. No, it doesn't sound. I don't listen to like.
I
Are
mean,
there
like, yeah, they have
parallels
an
from
influence, but I
Jamaican
mean,
music
like,
and?
I mean, yeah, and reggaeton and all that stuff happened, but that happened from them. You know what I mean? Like,
No, I mean like more traditional. Are there like parallels? Can you draw lines between like music from like the Caribbean and Puerto Rico and those islands? Are there like similar
I mean, I'm sure
instruments
if
and
we go in
sounds? And
depth, like, I'm sure you can probably find like, some more relationships. But just on the more broader outside stuff, like the dub sound was always a Jamaican thing, first. And then the other cultures started taking it and playing with it and stuff. So,
mm,
and this has like that dub sound and booming bass in there. At the end, it does the like this little rising bass thing I always tend to do in all my songs. So like, yeah, this kind of had the vibes there. You have Marley, of course. Jamaican
yeah,
royalty. like so. Yeah, nah, this one had the vibes.
it's a
So
heavy hitter. It's
yeah,
a heavy
and then
hitter.
Jay
You
Z
can
murked to like
and
800 people here.
you can bump that. You can bump that one too.
Yeah.
That's bangable.
All right, so
Wow.
Jay Z says the song "Bam" with Damian Marley. It's just jamming. It's just like the
See,
song, but it's secretly Sean Carter saying, "Man, you need a bit of ego. It was because of me and the things that I've done." This is Jay Z saying, "You needed a bit of ego for us to arrive at this point." So
okay, very well, very well. What do we got next?
the next one is Moonlight.
Sure, you like that, right up your alley, huh?
Yeah, I mean, like it kind of sucks that we're hearing that sample again so soon. But I think it's just been used a lot. It's just a classic thing to use a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
like he mentioned Lauren Hill too, considering that.
yeah. No, I thought that was dope.
Yeah,
I mean, another solid dressing some stuff, addressing industry and things artists are doing. Um, damn, he really did give a million jewels for 9.99. He definitely that might be the hardest facts verse on the album.
I read a comment someone saying like this might be the best Jay Z album.
Yo, in I'll wait
In
until we're done
barness,
hearing
in
it.
barness, like.
I know I'm you know what? I don't yo Jay-Z's real consistent. He's been mad consistent. Other than the period in high school that we like
And
Jay-Z.
even that, I'm sure was
And yeah, no, to
yeah,
be fair, he still got bars back then. I just
yeah.
don't really, I still don't really dig that era. But he's real consistent. I can't really point to like be like, yo, his bars were way harder on this album than like I honestly I don't know. For the albums that I like it'd be hard to really say that.
Maybe because it's just all real shit. It's all
He's
sweet and
just always
concise.
solid. You know what I'm saying? He's just one of those dudes who just.
No, but I just mean on this album, it's all real shit. It's all sweet and concise. There's not a single
There's
here.
real shit on other albums too.
Yeah, but the whole album, like this one, maybe you could use some of these as a single.
I
I'm
feel
sure.
like American Gangster is all a real album.
Mm, yeah, but I mean, like, I don't know. A lot of people like to
Which
also
is
be
weird
very,
because it was like the
very now.
soundtrack.
A lot of people like to be very now, So
Yeah. No, this album's. I don't know. It's turning out to be.
so at the end,
Let's keep going.
I'm clicking some of
Let's
this
keep going.
stuff. Lucien is cool, but Lucien don't write because he's talking about record deals. Lucien Grains is the chairman and CEO of Universal Music Group. Doug ain't this tight, which is reference to Doug Morris, who is an American record executive and current chairman of Sony Music Entertainment. Like, so I'm wondering, like,
Yo, Jay-Z's crazy.
what does he want the artist to do? Like, I mean, because at the other hand, I get what he's saying, but it's like,
Do it yourself.
and you can,
That's literally all he's saying.
and we can, but when you're like now, like Migos, whenever their deals run out or whatever it is, they could totally do it themselves if they want to. But had they not had the opportunities brought to them, the path would have been maybe
opportunities were brought to them.
way harder. So I think it might suck in the beginning, but I think like I mentioned earlier, not on the show, but I think like Child Millionaire is like, look, you use the music to get there, and you can still keep doing music if you like it, but you needs to take that money, like he says in track 2, and then do other things with it. Like if your goal is to stay here, don't.
I think if everyone took his advice, though, this goes back to the power being
of unity
in the artist's hand, and maybe it's not. It could be that line could be addressed to you individually, or maybe it's just to artists in general. But if everyone was doing it, because who has the leverage? At the end of the like, you're the product. Like, yeah, you might not have millions of dollars in market, but if there's something people want and they want it bad enough,
but the leverage doesn't work if there's always someone willing to do it.
Well, that's the problem.
So if Migos didn't do it, some other guys from Atlanta would have done it, etc.
Because the truth is, people like Migos, they don't like Universal or whoever they're signed to. I don't know. Nobody cares about that. They just like that. So, yeah, you guys are just marketing me. If there was some way that I could, if only there was some way I could do that.
I mean, now there's the internet, but I mean, even
I know.
I know, I get it, but I mean, again, starting out, it's still hard either way, building the fan base from zero.
Like, I mean, I suppose so was cooking crack in a Pyrex in the 80s, and maybe that's where the parallel comes from. It's just different, you know what I'm saying? Like, none of that, I suppose, is easy. There's a lot of risk and bad things that happen with that, too. But
there's always someone who wants to get high, though. I don't think there's people in need of music. It's a lot of music.
Someone always wants to get high. Well, which came first?
Well, it's here now.
The supply or the demand?
Yeah, you create it, and you can create it too for music. But I mean, for your music, because I mean, there's always room at the table. But I'm saying is, there's a lot of shit already there for music, It's
gonna be tough, dude. Maybe he's not necessarily just talking about music either.
Yeah,
maybe it's general. Let's hear what he has to say. Thank God, Hov, for putting these.
They didn't put it here, but nah, man. Hold on. It does exist. It does exist. I'll get it from some other site. Hold on.
Jay-Z did that to us right now. Really? This is minus 2 points on the album score. Just for that. Just for that.
All right, here we go. I'll get it from another website, from ABC News of all people.
Let's hear what he has to say about this.
Hold on. Scroll. There's a lot of crap. Why are you playing stuff? All right. Anyway, Moonlight. Let's see. Is this someone else's commentary on this shit? Come on, man.
All right. Jay-Z deep trolled us once on the album. All right, that's acceptable. -1 point.
Nah, man, no.
We got deep trolled, bro. Jay-Z's with it.
Yeah, I even get this.
It doesn't exist, man.
iHeartMedia. That's where it came from.
Now listen.
All right, here we go. Look, this is the original source.
Okay.
iHeartMedia itself.
Okay.
All right. This is Moonlight, right? Because it looked like they didn't even put him in order, though, on here, which is ridiculous. Come on, man. Get it right. Yeah. Anyway, Moonlight. The hook is, we stuck in La La Land, even if we win, we gonna lose. It's like a subtle nod to La La Land winning the Oscar and then having to give it to Moonlight. It's really a commentary on the culture and where we're going. So, that's what Jay-Z had to say.
So it was nothing about any of what we were talking about. Sort of. But,
yeah.
What happened? See, I don't even know what. I have no context. I know what La La Land and Moonlight
well,
I know what those are both movies.
So,
not only because he referenced the Oscars, but I knew those were both movies.
It was announced that La La Land won Best Picture. The whole cast goes up, and somebody starts reading their thank yous and blah blah blah. And then in the middle of it, he's like, "Oh yeah, and by the way, like we lost, Moonlight won." And then he was like, "Yo, I'm not kidding. Like Moonlight won. You guys need to get up here." And he's like, "They read the wrong thing, you know." So yeah, La La Land, then they got off, and Moonlight really won. So from the outside looking in, like yeah, it's like man, even when like the black movie wins, like the white people still got to shine, you know.
Well, didn't they get to go up afterwards or no?
Yeah, and they did, but maybe they got a little bit of their stuff.
It was a conspiracy, maybe.
Maybe. Warren Beatty and another woman was reading it. The announcing the winners. And
they're racist.
Warren Beatty was stuttering, right? Or like, and then so like later on when he gave the explanation, he's like, "This is why I was stalling and not wanting to read it," you know, because he said instead of putting the slip for best movie, he said they put best actress, whatever that girl's name is with the red hair. I don't remember her name. The girl from Spider-Man, the bad ones, I think. Emma Stone, that's her name. And so they had given him the same slip from a wrong category, so he didn't want to read them because he was like, "This is weird." And the other lady just said La La Land because that's what movie that girl's in, you know.
She just read her card like.
Yeah, she's like, "What you doing, fool? Let's just keep on moving."
That's the card you guys gave me. You told me to come up here. You told me to come up here and read the card.
Yeah.
I'm not a card checker.
But yeah.
My fault, Hove. Damn, know what I mean? Motherfucker can't make a mistake. I ain't gonna make the card.
So, yeah.
Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You'd be sorry for using a damn microwave while we talking.
I thought I was supposed to mute it. I forgot. I made a s'more. Anyway. Yeah, jeez. I'm sorry.
Just in case you were wondering, he made a s'more, people.
Yeah, I know. That was not but whatever, life, whatever.
All right, the ninth song is Marcy Me.
That was crazy. Those were like super bars.
Super bars.
The reference game he was playing with it oh man, that was crazy. That was a crazy visual. That was like a crazy, I don't know. So, all right, what do you think about that? What do you think about that track? What's it called again?
It's called Marcy Me. Marcy
Marcy Me.
Projects, he's from there, of course. Yeah, it's definitely a lot of I'm looking at this verse one again. A lot of stuff from the throwback days, late
Yeah.
'80s. Michael Jordan playing ball. That's how I tell time. It's through NBA, and he mentions that stuff. So that painted the
Hmm.
picture for me. But yeah, there's a lot of just tribute to the old hip hop here. I like this one line in part two. Old Brooklyn, not this new shit. Shit feel like a spoof. Fat laces in your
Mm.
shoe. I'm talking busting off the roof. I guess Jay-Z's not a fan of gentrification.
Mm.
Like,
Very well.
Brooklyn is yeah, I went there last year. It's very different, like,
Yeah.
but
Um.
yeah, nah, like this is a good tribute for sure though. And then he gets the shout outs to people just at the end, literally. Like,
Yeah. For someone, like obviously Jay-Z's a solidified, not only music icon but hip hop icon as far as the hip hop culture is concerned. Um. But I almost feel like recent years he's removed, or maybe people use the word irrelevant or whatever. But he's not in the fray, it would seem, as he was before.
yeah,
But for him to be able to come back, just come out with an album and his skill be just as sharp, which either means he's just really that good, which he is, or he really still cares for the craft and thus the culture that much, even though he's not really still in the fray, is real dope. So
like I wonder if he still just does it for him on his own time.
yeah, maybe he just
Like
does,
just
but
barring it up,
it's
like just in his mind even, because you always hear about him never writing down anything.
plus the song, like this album sounds good. Like the
Yeah.
further we go into it as a whole package, like this is a dope album so far. I can't lie. I'm like surprised in a way, just because I just didn't know what was gonna be, but this shit's fire, man. Yeah, some left
Mm.
field shit.
Kaiser's seal of approval. Didn't even get to hear a final track yet.
I already knew Jay-Z's. I had no reason to doubt though. There wasn't a reasonable doubt to have.
mm. Bring it all back, to
Yeah,
album
bring them
one.
on. Sorry, yeah. So, what's the commentary on it?
Marcy Me is a nostalgic walk through Marcy, and it's all about that hopefulness, that feeling of, man, can I really do this? Can I really be one of the biggest artists in the world? You have these dreams. Can I be one of the biggest ball players in the world? We have these dreams. I get it. I get it. I get that. I get that all the time. Um, I get that. Yeah, for better or worse, I understand that part.
Yeah, I would think most would.
Mm.
Hopefully, at a minimum. But I don't know. Dope. Yeah, that
Ready.
it definitely super nostalgic. Obviously, he paints a very vivid picture of that time period in all sorts of ways. He said Pam being on back when Pam was on Martin. Just mad stuff in there was just mad crazy. It was just dope. Just those
He did
references.
say that. I was stuck on NBA, but yeah, he did say that.
Yeah. Another dope, another dopeness, and I could fuck with that beat too. So
Before we hear a final one, do you think albums
this
like
is
this?
it.
Yeah, man. It's only
Okay.
36 minutes,
Just
man. Jay-Z,
curious.
like, look, he just had to say his thing. For a 36-minute album, we did a fucking long ass
That's what you need.
podcast.
Look, though.
But I mean,
Yeah. Well,
like, but to be fair, this thing will be edited down anyway,
yeah.
because the music won't be
Um.
in it. Because this music we definitely can't use, because this is title exclusive. This shit get banned on
Yo,
site.
let's just write Hove a letter. Hey, look, we don't want to make no money off it. We just, we're trying to do what you're saying. Come on, dog. You're
Trying to own this
let's
shit.
be independent. Let us use this too. All right. All right. Maybe Hove will podcast.
What I was gonna say Can albums like this only happen when you work with one producer?
What do you mean? Can albums like this? What do you mean?
I don't know. Like it's just really.
Sonically?
I guess not sonically, but like maybe because maybe it's just Jay-Z's where he's at.
No, you know what it is. You know what you want. Tell you right now what you're asking for.
Mm.
You want fucking real rap. I know, brother. I know.
There's cut two.
That's what you want. The albums like this, like, dude, this album could have been produced in so many different ways. You know what I mean? And I think Hove would have still made it. You know, I don't know. This is just a testament to just how dope some people are. They're just that good. Oh,
I was just wondering if just there's something to just working with one person and like Guru had Premiere all those years. Does it just force a different mindset?
but and Prime is super dope too.
Yeah,
and Prime is another like
yo.
There's
an album no one's ever gonna talk about. But this is when I was in my hip hop mode. RJD2 and Blueprint, the two albums they did. Forgot what they called their group, but those are real good albums. I didn't know who Blueprint was till that. I just showed up for RJ and I was like, "Oh, what's going on? What's going on?"
Yeah, my first hearing of him was on Dead Ringer.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Maybe what do you think about that as like a artist yourself?
I mean, this seems to be this pattern.
Would be the advantages of doing that?
You can have a more solidified vision because you ain't just making one banger. You making like, you can potentially do a concept, even if the concept is not like some crazy Kendrick shit. But you can have like life shit, like what's going on here. And I guess you could do that even with 85 beats. But it just seems like they be more solidified, more like if you're doing some shit like that, you're probably friends with the individual anyway. So it just seems like there's a stronger connection in the music,
So earlier when you read the commentary from No ID for that song, like it sounded bugged out how he was describing it. Like he was like there was an invisible interplay between the beat and Jay-Z, and he was making the beat in a way to, was I like understanding that incorrectly? Or
no, he was just like, look, man, we ain't making.
He was like guiding him with the music, which was like interesting to hear from someone from the outside. Like I don't know.
And he can only do that because No ID, he knows him. It ain't like he just met I like this dude. Let's just do an album. Like this is what I'm saying. Like all these one album guys, one producer for an album guys. It seems to be like they're at least friends in some type of way first, Like, I don't know what the first Royce 5'9" premiere track was. I don't know if it was Boom. I don't know if it was before Boom. But even if we say it was Boom, that song is how many years old by now, Like, they've known each other, before by the time you get Prime,
Yo, here's the other thing, though. They're both dope producers. And they're both dope artists in the examples that we're talking about. Maybe you just have to be fucking good at what you do, and then you put out good stuff that people like and is quality. Maybe it's just that simple. I'm sure there's, what you're saying is definitely true. It makes perfect sense. But I mean, just, more so on the surface, like, hey, maybe just
stop sucking. I get it.
Two good people will make good things, and maybe just step your bars up. Fucking turd, If your bars are whack, I'm not a rapper, dog.
So you're not looking for the day that Metro Boomin chooses one rapper and just makes an album with that guy.
See, I don't know. Is he a good producer?
Maybe he made Badge and Bougie. I think he made
You like that beat though?
I mean, it took me a while. I like T-shirt. Whoever I want.
Oh, okay. Maybe
I want like that T-shirt beat is ridiculous.
Things are all interchangeable. Percocet, T-shirt,
Oh, he made that one. Yeah, he made Mask Off.
Flips in Mask Off. Look, I
Mask
don't
Off's
even
cool.
know that I can't. I don't even know that that's. I'd call that Percocet. That's Mask Off. Like, oh yeah, I
Yeah.
don't. You know, they could all be one song for as far as I'm concerned. Anyway,
Old school Outcast had a lot of Dungeon Family. I don't know if they were one, but yeah, just
do you
vibes.
like Metro Boomin's beats?
Um, I can, I think from some of the songs I've heard, like I'm like, oh man, he should be a fire starter. Like where I just hear a beat and I just automatically, but he's not for me. And maybe I'm just too old or like, but anytime I'm like, yo, let me hear some more. I'm like, like it just doesn't carry on for me. Like
All right, is the potential there that if he, and I mean, I suppose the potential is always there, but do you see
the
enough
world
potential
loves. I mean, he's there already though. He's big for the world. So I
no,
mean,
I'm saying, but what if he got with like a, you know,
I'm sure if he got with any of those boys, they'd make an amazing album that people would love. I don't know if it'd be amazing for us, but people would love it. I'm sure if Migos did the Metro Boomin album, I'm sure people would love it.
no, I'm not talking about Migos. I'm
But
talking
that's the
about
culture he's in, though.
if
That's what I'm
Metro
saying.
Boomin did an album with Royce the 5'9", would it be dope? Someone of high
Yeah, but if
caliber, you
Royce the
think it'd
5'9"
be?
did a cappella, it would be dope, because
Yeah,
he's
true
there.
that.
Right?
True
Like
that. No, you're
the
right.
only like probably rapper we would probably even consider like a I don't want to say Bari guy, but like guy who's maybe more normal that Metro would work with would probably be Drake. So if Drake did the Metro Boomin album, that'd probably destroy the world a little
Yeah,
bit.
that wouldn't be something I'd be into.
Yeah, like, but I'm just saying, like, other than that, like, every time I hear Metro's name, is always usually Southern people that I know you ain't gonna care about.
That's just not my thing.
But yeah,
Yeah, all right.
last song on Jay-Z album.
Yeah.
It's
That's
called Legacy. Yeah.
Bars.
You ready for the bar
Yeah,
impact?
this is it. Apocalypse. Look, for $9.99, it's a bargain.
It's a bargain.
No, but that's a real dope track. The content, everything. I don't know. Like that might be one of my favorite ones off the album. Just what he's saying is like. I think the message was probably aimed at Black people. It sounded like it was, but it's definitely an important thing to talk about generational wealth and a lot of things he was talking about. The shift started with him. People need to start taking that shift and things will change. But that whole song is crazy. Just how that message is conveyed is what are you gonna do? Jay-Z's nice, all right? Like he's done. Every one of these things have been lyrically sound as far as rap goes. Like technically, the range is there. He's a master.
He got like DJ Khaled.
What do you think? What?
Like DJ Khaled, Jay-Z's I guess daughter is on here. It makes more sense now. Now when they were talking the song about 444, I guess Blue is the daughter's name. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah,
I don't
his
follow
daughter.
enough of that stuff. But yeah,
I didn't realize what that was even until you said. I was like, oh word, that is.
Blue,
I forgot that's his daughter's name.
Because she does the intro. It says Blue Ivy Carter, and I was like, oh, that makes sense. Yeah. So the first half, I had heard about this song where the first verse is like a kind of a will, pretty much, like who to give it to, his stuff. But yeah, no, there's some real shit here too at the end.
The whole album's very real. There's a lot of good stuff in it for people, especially given some of like the climate and people's searches for answers for things that people don't really want to debate seriously or talk about seriously like adults. So, if you can't do it, Jay-Z's brought some very insightful, maybe thought-provoking things to you, and hopefully you'd listen to it. But I think this is a hip-hop album. This is real hip-hop. So when people are like, yo, what is real hip-hop? Yeah, part of that's subjective, but here's whatever you want to say the culture is, but here's a real message. This skill is there. No one's a rock star or a saxophone player. Just doing real rap. And I think it has all the elements of, you know, in a positive way, hip hop. Jay-Z's dope and, probably not a force to be reckoned with. Might lyrically, shove your head in your asshole. But I don't want that to happen. So, and he's teaching you something. So a lot of crazy stuff. I don't know. That's a dope album. I was not expecting a random Jay-Z album.
Was when it was first announced. I was excited because I don't know. Maybe that's just a part of what I grew up with.
Did you want it to fail? Did you? What did you think?
I was I just wanted to hear like, ooh, what is this gonna be like in today's world? David seemed like he wanted. I don't know.
What do you think? What do you think of the album?
Oh yeah, no, this is like better than I ever thought it would be. Like, cause I was just worried. I felt like the last one, was a bit of that. Not that he didn't come correct, but it was a bit of that. Like, well, maybe Jay-Z doesn't matter in this current climate, combined with him like maybe doing some of the things that the modern people do. Having Rick Ross on there and like and with a Southern style beat and stuff. And not that that's the first time he's done that, but still, it just felt like this guy. He only appears once every so and so, and now he just does this, and it's like, look at me now. Versus this album, he's saying things, and maybe he was saying things on that one too. But he's saying things. Well, he's saying like,
sometimes it just comes out something different, but his skill is cannot be.
He's saying things, and then in this climate now, whether it succeeds or fails monetarily, it's different now. Like this is different. Now it's like him being just him, and with some of the weird songs in the beginning in terms of structure for hip hop, that's different. Because now we're in this era in singularity style where everything is the same. So yeah, this is different. Maybe
just the old. So we've got. I don't know. Is it going to be a war? I want a civil war.
Is it going to be what?
No, Jay-Z doesn't want a civil war. He said we need unity. You're right.
Family Feud, fool.
You're right, Hov. You're right. We can't have a civil war.
But
whack barman.
Society is more attracted to that, and you see Joe Budden and Migos happen earlier this weekend.
We need to review one of their albums. That's what I want to do next. One of the new dudes. I don't care who it is. Future, Little Uzi Vert.
I don't know if I could do a feature. Maybe I can, but I mean, like
if we can't make it, we can't make it. We just get.
I could do a future hit because he be.
I want to do it because I want to be open-minded and actually listen to a whole album. And
we should do the Migos.
And really
the album that changed the world.
Listen to it and see like what is this?
The Culture album.
But let me tell you something. If we do this, no, we gotta end this soon. All right, if we do review one of these new albums, and I swear,
it's gonna be like one line reviews though. Shit's ass. Like next.
No, I'm just saying. From you, I swear, if I don't come out of it with something
positive,
I don't know.
The Migos album got prices on it. That one is kind of positive.
Look, if I don't come out of, I'm just gonna be unforgivable with them. I'm okay with the doing it. You know my stance on it. But as far as I'm just gonna
redo Yachty's new album.
I'm gonna be a negative fighting game community.
You gonna be that guy?
Participant? I'm gonna be the negative guy that's bringing down the community. With my salty, nasty comments all the time about people sucking because they suck. So, but we'll see. Let me give them a chance. To be fair, so we can listen to any one of those if you want. We'll get through it. That'll be the next album review. Will be one of the
Travis
new guys.
Scott. That would be interesting.
Whatever.
That would be like
whatever. Yeah.
Jay-Z says this song is about what it is. It's like a verbal will. Just a song about speaking to my daughter. She starts the song off and she says, "Daddy, what's a will?" So I barred her up. Now he didn't say that last part.
Well, honey, that's the answer you get when your daddy's a big rapper. For simple questions like what's a will.
I hate talking to daddy. He always spits songs at me.
Yeah, right. Jeez.
He just whips out his cell phone and then starts rapping. It's horrible.
Talking about generational wealth. Like, our great grandfather did. Dad, what's a will? Like what? But all right, dope album. I don't know. Do we have a rating scale on KaiserSoBoosh? Should we just say dope or not dope, or like bars or and poop, crap, shit bars, trash bars, trash bars. Dope.
Oh,
I like it. I like it.
So
check it out.
The sample that this song uses, Legacy, Donny Hathaway's "Someday We'll All Be Free." This is a good just phrase in general, you know. It was the guy who recorded that song recorded it when No ID was 1 year old, and he mixed the entire Jay-Z album now, you know.
Wait, what?
So the sample of the song for the song Legacy,
yes,
when it was made,
No ID was 1 year old.
Yeah, and the guy who recorded that song, like the mixing engineer, he also ended up mixing the entire Jay-Z album.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's bugged out.
but yeah, no.
See how that works sometimes. It beats like that. You heard the Jay-Z. You heard him say it, right?
Yeah.
Heard him say the universe things.
Yeah, I mean, look, even though, you know, Drake doesn't always get the highest praise from me, he says the same shit on his songs, Power of the Mind and all that shit, you know? So.
Yeah, I've heard Drake. He's lyrically good. He's sound. I'm just not into that soft kind of stuff. Not from him. If I want some soft stuff, I'm going to go to Luther Vandross or Al Green or Isaac Hayes.
Drake has always said one day he would love to just do a singing album.
Or, you know, I'm going to go to one of them. I'm not going to go to Drake. But, you know, that's no offense. I didn't mean to say it with that tone. Maybe we should stop this. I'm getting tired, you know, getting cranky. You know, people like Drake. Anyway, I don't listen to that soft stuff. Not from Drake. All right? It's going to be from one of the legends.
But yeah, nah. The album was really good. Like that,
For real.
That surprised me. So
for real, let's see what this Nas album, right? It's done, right? Or was the deep trolling?
Oh, that
was Nas deep trolling us?
Yeah.
Or is it really?
He says sorry on that song. I haven't played that song for you.
All right, he's deep trolling.
Should I end the pod? We should end it, right? Yeah. There are like 7 things you probably missed on your first listen of Jay-Z's thingy. But
I'm sure there's probably more.
Yeah. But it's nothing too crazy here. There's some past beef reference, but yeah, it's nothing too. Album's great. Go hear it. Yeah. I think we done with this show, right?
Jeez, that's how we're gonna end it. We're done with this. You sound disappointed. That's a terrible way to.
I could read those 7 things.
We're done with this here. Well, all right. So since Boosh says we're done with this now. So folks, we're done with this. Jay-Z's album's dope. Check it out. Check more KaiserSoBoosh out.
Go buy it if it's possible. Cause title. Go buy it.
Yeah, support it. It's dope.
Yeah, I don't know if you can right now, cause title. But I heard in a week it might be on not title. So wait a week.
If you don't like the album and you don't like this show, and maybe you also happen to be someone that likes new kind of rap stuff, rock star things, then we don't care and whatever. But to everyone else, have a good night.
Boosh.